It starts as a whisper beneath the sail. No storm in sight, no driving hail, but every sailor worth his breath. No silence is the tongue of death. Widowmaker wind, cold and sly, it sings before the crewmen die. No compass turns, no lantern stays, just vanishings and shallow graves. Hey, la 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 la. Hey, la 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 la. We lost 5 men by morning's light. No scream, no splash, no sign of fight. Just boots and hats and nothing more. The wind still hummed its haunted score. Widowmaker wind, cold and sly, it sings before the crewmen die. No compass turns, no lantern stays, just vanishings and shallow graves. Hey, la 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 la. Hey, la 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 la. They say it's cursed or worse aware. It tastes your fear and thins the air. So hold your breath when it draws near, and speak no name it shouldn't hear. Widowmaker wind, thin and cruel, it sails with no flag, obeys no rule. And if you feel it brush your skin, you may not see the dawn again. Widowmaker wind, cold and sly, it sings before the crewmen die. No compass turns, no lantern stays, just vanishings and shallow graves. Hey! Na 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 na. Hey! Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey! Na 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 na. No moon above, no wind to feel. The sea was flat as tempered steel. The stars were wrong, the light was pale, but still we set a silent sail. Deadlight crossing, cold and still, where shadows bend and silence kills. The sea won't move, the time won't pass, and nothing looks like what it was. The lanterns glowed with ghostly hue, reflections danced where none were due, and every rope we thought we tied would twist itself or come untied. Deadlight crossing, cold and still, where shadows bend and silence kills. The sea won't move, the time won't pass, and nothing looks like what it was. We passed a ship with sails aglow, its crew stood still, I sunk below, and as we stared it disappeared, as if it knew the things we feared. Deadlight crossing marked in grey, no turning back, no word to say, and if we make the dawn alive, we'll never name the things that thrive. Deadlight crossing, cold and still, where shadows bend and silence kills. The sea won't move, the time won't pass, and nothing looks like what it was. rum ta da dum ba da dum ta da dum ba rum ta da dum ba rum ta da dum rum ta da dum ba da dum ta da dum ba ra da dum bum ba. I've sailed through storms that crack the sky, watched stars fall down and captains die, but no land stone shall carry me. My grave is salt, my shroud the sea. No grave but the sea, no name in stone, just whispered tales where winds have blown. Let earth keep kings and lords who kneel. I'll sleep where only waves can feel. Rum ta da dum ba rum ta da dum ba rum ta da dum ba rum ta da dum rum ta da dum ba da dum ta da dum ba ra da dum bum ba. They build their tombs with pride and gold, but none return from dark and cold. I'd rather sink with flag held high than rot beneath the mournful sky. No grave but the sea, no name in stone, just whispered tales where winds have blown. Let earth keep kings and lords who kneel. I'll sleep where only waves can feel. Rum ta da dum ba rum ta da dum ba rum ta da dum ba rum ta da dum rum ta da dum ba da dum ta da dum ba ra da dum dum da. No priest, no bell, no morning call, just one last rise before the fall. The sea remembers every man whose final breath escaped the sand. No grave but the sea, no soul to bind, just tide and time and sails behind. And when the black horizon nears, I'll face it proud and know no fear. No grave but the sea, no soul to bind, just tide and time and sails behind. And when the black horizon nears, I'll face it proud and know no fear. Ta da dum ba dum ta da dum ba dum ta da dum ba dum ta da dum rum ta da dum ba da dum ta da dum da ba da dum dum da. La 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 la. Gems just rusted chains and oaken stems. His throne was built from shattered hull. His voice the tide low, deep and dull. Barnacle Crown on a skull long drowned. He rules below and none are found. No flag, no fleet, no cannon sound, just silence deep and cursed ground. He sailed alone but never fled. His crew were shadows all long dead. They followed him through reef and trench. Their bones now guard his coral bench. Barnacle Crown on a skull long drowned. He rules below and none are found. No flag, no fleet, no cannon sound, silence deep and cursed ground. Some claim his crown still calls the brave to dive beyond their hollow grave. But those who dive don't rise again. They join his court beneath the chain. Barnacle Crown with pearls of rust, a kingdom cold without mistrust. If ever found, don't bring it back, or feel the sea's eternal rack. La la la. La 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 la. with smoke, we left with gold. Their sails were white, our hearts were bold. One blast, one jump, the rest was flame. We drink tonight in the devil's name. Plunder and thunder, fire and ale. No God to judge, no law to jail. Raise up your tankard, curse the day. We live by night and loot our way. They screamed and ran, we sang and fought. What's earned in blood is never bought. The sea runs red, the sky runs wild, and hell itself just might have smiled. Plunder and thunder, fire and ale. No God to judge, no law to jail. Raise up your tankard, curse the day. We live by night and loot our way. And sail before the noose runs short. Let kings and priests sleep cold in fear. The tide obeys no crown or seer. Plunder and thunder, fire and ale. Our stories carved in wind and sail. If death should come, he'll find us loud, with empty casks and heads unbowed. They found it deep in sailor's chest, a compass dark unlike the rest. It spins and shakes with winds unseen, and points where men have never been. The black compass never lies, it leads through storms and shattered skies. It pulls the brave through wrath and flame, but never once returns the same. Its course, we made our vow. No star above could guide us now. The needle danced, the maps turned cold, and secrets bought were never sold. The black compass never lies, it leads through storms and shattered skies. It pulls the brave through wrath and flame, but never once returns the same. Sleeps with open eyes, his voice now speaks with ocean cries. And still we sail, though none know why, to chase the truth or just to die. The black compass never lies, it burns beneath the blood-red skies. And if we sink, we'll go unnamed, but every ghost will know we came. Never lies, it burns beneath the blood-red skies. And if we sink, we'll go unnamed, but every ghost will know we came. The black compass They say the gold's a cursed lie, buried deep where dead men lie. But flame and greed still drive our blade, and hell itself won't make us fade. Crimson tides, no turning back, steel in hand and sky gone black. The sea won't save, the stars won't guide. We ride the storm, the crimson tide. One last breath, one silent vow. The deck is cold beneath us now. But if we fall as kings, with salt and thunder in our wings. Crimson tides, no turning back, steel in hand and sky gone black. We'll carve our names through wave and flame, and let the world remember shame. They sang beneath the silver foam, a voice too sweet for hearts of stone. And though the sea was still and wide, we felt them pulling from inside. The sirens wake soft as a sigh, a lullaby where sailors die. No cannon roars, no storm to break, just songs and sleep and cold mistake. Dropped his oar and Will looked pale. They walked into the moonlit gale. No scream, no fight, just holding grin, as if the sea had called them in. The sirens wake soft as a sigh, a lullaby where sailors die. No cannon roars, no storm to break, just songs and sleep and cold mistake. The dead still hear the tune, it echoes under ghostly moon. And those who chase the notes they play don't live to see the break of day. The sirens wake still in our heads, it hums beneath our drifting beds. We plug our ears and tie our fate to mast and hope it's not too late. No hymns were sung, no blessings gave, just powder dry and hearts to brave. We saw their flags, they saw our eyes, and fire spoke what no man cries. Cannons don't pray, they scream and tear. They trade in smoke, not hope or care. No heaven waits, no angel stays, just shattered decks and burning days. We patch steered through flame and called no saint, no holy name. For when the guns begin to shout, there's no time left to sort things out. Cannons don't pray, they scream and tear. They trade in smoke, not hope or care. No heaven waits, no angel stays, just shattered decks and burning days. Dead still fight, their ghosts inflame their rage in night. But ask the gunner what he feels, he'll say it's fate that turns the wheels. Cannons don't pray, they only kill. They serve no god, they know no will. And when you fire, don't look away, for mercy dies where broadsides play. I burned the map, I broke the blade, left names behind I never made. No letters sent, no graves to mark, just sails raised high in smoke and dark. Ashes on the anchor, gone with the tide. No home behind, no need to hide. The past is dust, the chain runs deep, and sea-bound hearts don't dare to sleep. Said return, but none of them knew the fire I lit burned all things true. Now ropes are oath and decks are vows, and freedom tastes like wind and prow. Ashes on the anchor, gone with the tide. No home behind, no need to hide. The past is dust, the chain runs deep, and sea-bound hearts don't dare to sleep. My soul belongs to open spray. The land is cold, the sky too wide. So cut the line and let me ride. Ashes on the anchor, sealed with flame. No turning back, no land-bound name. And if I sink, let it be free with anchor rusted next to me. The mast was split, the sky turned black. The sea rose up to drag us back. But in that howl through wind and foam, we swore we'd bring each other home. Stormbound oath and thunder made, beneath the lash we will not fade. Through fire, flood, or devil's breath, we sail as one through life or death. No stars to guide, no charts to read, just hands and hearts and saltborn creed. And if we fall, let it be said, we faced the storm and laughed instead. Stormbound oath and thunder made, beneath the lash we will not fade. Through fire, flood, or devil's breath, we sail as one through life or death. sea has teeth, the wind has claws, but Brotherhood defies her laws. And when the tide begins to rise, we hold the line with burning eyes. Stormbound Oath, cut deep in bone, no man shall face that storm alone. And when the tale is finally told, they'll say we bled but never sold. We found her drifting, sails half torn, no hand to raise, no voice to warn. The boards were dry, the lights were lit, but not a soul to steer or sit. Hollow decks and ghostly sound, footsteps fall with none around. She sails with wind, but none to guide, a coffin wide with souls inside. A pipe was lit, a plate half filled, the captain's chair was fresh, not chilled, but all we heard was creaking song, a whisper saying you don't belong. Hollow decks and ghostly sound, footsteps fall with none around. She sails with wind, but none to guide, a coffin wide with souls inside. Some say the crew still walks below, with empty eyes and steps too slow. And once you board, you feel their breath, a ship that trades the sea for death. Hollow decks where memories rot, a name erased, a course forgot. And if she calls, don't look behind, for she will claim both flesh and mind. With souls salt still stings, the rope still burns, the captain laughs as the rudder turns. He sold us out for coin and name, and left our flags to rot in shame. Blood and brine, that's what we bled, for broken vows and brothers dead. The sea won't wash the treason clean, we'll chase his ghost through gale and scream. Ow! We raise the mast with hands still raw, swore vengeance loud with pirate law. No mercy now, no prayers to send, he'll see our sails before the end. Blood and brine, that's what we bled, for broken vows and brothers dead. The sea won't wash the treason clean, we'll chase his ghost through gale and scream. No stars to guide, no port to hide, our hearts are black, the tides our guide. We ride the storm with fire and chain, and call the traitor by his name. That's what we bled, we'll paint his decks in burning red. And when he sinks beneath the tide, he'll hear our curse from the other side. 1,000-yard stare. Now he sings with the rats and the mold, with a mug full of stories too bitter to hold. Rum for the damned, dark as the sea. No prayers left, just mutiny. We drink to the curse, the lost, the banned. One more round for the devil's hand. She dances on tables with knives in her boots. Says she poisoned 3 captains and buried the loot. But who needs the truth when the bottle is wide? We're all just liars with pride to hide. Rum for the damned, dark as the sea. No prayers left, just mutiny. We drink to the curse, the lost, the banned. One more round for the devil's hand. Comes here, no savior calls, just rum-soaked songs and tavern brawls. And if we choke on ash or flame, at least we'll die with someone's name. Hey! Rum for the damned, bitter and bold. We trade our souls for fire and gold. So pass the cup with a shaking hand. It's last call here in no man's land. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey! La 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 la. La 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 la. Whoa! The stage with rope and pine and polished it like age. Why though we won't beg or wear their grace, we'll dance our way to no disgrace. The gallows waltz, 3 steps to doom. A jig beneath the hangman's gloom. We'll spin and smile, our boots held high, and kiss the crowd a last goodbye. Judge wore silk, their priest wore fear, but none could look aside to hear. For better men have died with less. We toast to fate in tattered dress. The gallows waltz, 3 steps to doom. A jig beneath the hangman's gloom. We'll spin and smile, our boots held high, and kiss the crowd a last goodbye. And 2 for pride, the 3rd for all we kept inside. So string the rope and ring the bell, we'll dance our way through gates of hell. The gallows waltz in moonlight played, a bow to all the debts we paid. Let lords and lawmen quake and frown, but we wore joy beneath the crown. It came aboard in storm and smoke. No port, no name, no merchant spoke. The crate was chained and sealed with wax, and still we felt it breathe through cracks. Cursed cargo bound in oak, each night cold, our hearts near broke. We sailed with gold and took our pay, but something came and chose to stay. Whoa!
the sea went calm like death below. Then crew began to dream and scream, and nothing's ever what it seems.
Cursed cargo bound in oak, each night colder hearts near broke. We sailed with gold and took our pay, but something came and chose to stay.
It once, we tossed it twice, but every time it rolled like dice back on the deck by break of day, like it had never gone away.
Cursed cargo sealed and still, it waits with patience, waits to kill. And if you hear it call your name, then nothing left will stay the same. Whoa! He spoke like kin, he drank our brew, he swore his oaths like pirates do. But knives speak truth, the tongue denies. He left our blood for harpoons and lies. Harpoons and lies, that's how we fell, one by one in a floating hell. The sea was red, the ropes pulled tight, and no one saw it till the night. He took the gold, he fled the mast, he sold our course to shadows past. And now his ghost, or what's left near, still haunts the deck we once held dear. Harpoons and lies, that's how we fell, one by one in a floating hell. The sea was red, the ropes pulled tight, and no one saw it till the night. Whoa, 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 oh, whoa, 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 whoa. The harpoon missed the beast, they say, but struck our trust and carved its way. And in the dark we learned too late, it wasn't fate, it was his hate. Whoa! Whoa, 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 oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Harpoons and lies, the sailor's knife, a broken creed, a stolen life. So mark his name in every tide, and let no traitor ever hide. Harpoons and lies, that's how we fell, one by one in a floating hell. The sea was red, the ropes pulled tight, and no one saw it till the night. Whoa, 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 oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No bell was rung, no torch was lit. We came with blades and none were quit. Their watch was blind, their sleep was deep. We left no time for them to weep. The red wake flows, no cries remain, just drifting wood and salted stain. The tide forgets, but we recall the night we made the proud ones fall. The captain whispered, take them slow, one breath, one cut, then let it go. They died with hands still clutching dreams, while ours were cold and split at seams. The red wake flows, no cries remain, just drifting wood and salted stain. The tide forgets, but we recall the night we made
just oil and blood atop the flame, and if they haunt, let them beware. We fear no curse, we've none to spare. The red wake flows where silence bled. We sail on ghosts, not words once said. And should the sea demand its take, we'll leave behind another wake.
We found it locked in iron chest. No seal, no name, no final rest. A map with paths no man should take. A trail of bones across the wake. The dead captain's map drawn in dread, with ink of storms and words unsaid. It leads through reef and shadow trap, but still we sail that cursed scrap. The chart was old but bled with heat. It pulsed beneath the captain's seat, and when we held it to the light, it showed us stars that burned too bright. The dead captain's map drawn in dread, with ink of storms and words unsaid. It leads through reef and shadow trap, but still we sail that cursed scrap. We asked the wind, we asked the waves. They whispered turn, but none were saved. For gold and glory blind the eye, and truth is just another lie. The dead captain's map still guides our hand through fog and flame and haunted land. And if we fall and sink through black, let no one ever bring it back. Let's go! Hey!
The storm had torn our sails and bone. We called for help, though not alone. No god replied, no man took side, but something in the deep complied. The Kraken's dead, we dare to take a breath beneath the silent shake. And though we live, the sea had claimed a price in blood, yet still unnamed. The waters calmed, our wounds were sealed. The wind returned, the sky revealed. But on the deck we found a mark, a curling shape, cold, wet, and dark. The Kraken's dead, we dare to take a breath beneath the silent shake. And though we live, the sea had claimed a price in blood, yet still unnamed.
It comes but once and waits no more. It drags its due from every shore. You think you're safe, you think it's gone, but every tide hums that same song. The Kraken's dead, still yet unpaid. It waits beneath where light must fade. And when it calls, no soul shall hide, for deals made wet are never dry.